Hello my lovely Leos, thank you very much for joining me. This is your full moon reading for the 28th of January. It's a wolf moon and this will be a general reading, so this might not resonate for everyone, so if it doesn't resonate, just let it be. If you could please like and subscribe, I'll be very grateful. And for those who have already done so, I thank you very much. I really appreciate it. All right, what messages do we have today for our lovely Leos? Okay. Oh, okay, here and now. We have had that a lot coming up, I must say. So if you do follow your rising and your moon signs, you might want to check those out, because we do seem to have here and now coming up a lot, especially in Sagittarius. I'm not sure where else it's come up. This is your other card, was exchanging gifts. And we also have message in a bottle. Okay, what else have we got coming through today? Okay, these ones. We have a message for Leo, please. And what messages do we... Oh, there's two. Okay. We have... Okay, we have the fairy ring. So you can see that. We have new skills, advanced training and rapid improvement, which was also, I think, in Virgo. And wolves of Venice, you are far, far away from home. And for the wolf moon, we have some wolves showing up for you, Leos. So here we go. And yes, we're going to have at least one of these cards for you, another oracle cards. And what do we have for you? And then we're going to clarify with some tarot cards. Yep, there's two. Okay. Here we go. So the other cards you have are the root chakra, ground and center. And we also have gracious receptivity. Okay, so for you, my lovely Leos, I have a feeling that you also are a little bit stuck in the past. I feel like more flights of fancy about the future than stuck in the past, though. A little bit dreamy-eyed, a little bit too dreaming about the future, a little bit fantasizing about the future, things that could happen but not quite making them a reality as of yet. And I feel like there's communications coming through. I do get some of there's some singles out there that are communicating with people that that they feel like there's a soul connection, and may not actually be a soul connection. They might just be a lesson that they need to learn, something they perhaps need to move on from, but we'll clarify in a minute about that one. Exchanging gifts. I feel like this one is about, they're telling me about your learning about your gifts, and a few of you have really awakened to gifts that you perhaps have sort of pushed back in the past and perhaps weren't willing to open yourself up to. They were a bit scary, they were a bit, it was a bit hard to tell people that you wanted to do something, because it wasn't necessarily on the mainstream, or just in your family it wasn't sort of mainstream, and you just went, oh no, you know what, I might be an accountant, but I'm going to pick up a paintbrush and try it out, and you're very good at it, or pottery or whatever it is that people didn't know about you, and some of you it's very quirky, and but these gifts, and there's a lot of you with spiritual gifts that you're very much opening those third eyes and really working on them, getting those communications, those downloads coming through. And I'm getting that you're actually connecting with other people with similar gifts to yours, and this is opening you up to further downloads and further information about your own gift, and this is sort of expanding these lessons over multiple people, if that makes sense to you. we have the fairy ring, and I feel like this is, again, oh, okay, yeah, new gifts. I feel like this is combined where you're acquiring new skills with new people, and it's about moving out of your comfort zone. It's about connecting with new people and physically getting out there and doing whatever makes your heart sing. And I feel like this is something that you've held back from with a great fear. You don't want to fail. I'm getting, especially Leos, do not like to fail. They prefer not to try than to fail. And that's one of the ego things, where you know, trying and not succeeding makes you learn so much and makes you succeed far more greater in the future. So, you know, even if this is, you know, your first session out isn't a triumph, you know that the next one, you know, possibly will be even greater than you could have imagined. And I feel like this will take you away from home and away from your comfort zone. And I am getting, you know, Leos like to know, you know, where they stand, and then like to know where their, you know, where their crowd is, where they feel happiest, and where they feel like they know what's happening, and they like to know what's going on, and, you know. But, you know, this is stepping away from your comfort zone, and some of you will be, you know, travelling with this, and you know, you will need to travel and explore, I feel like physically and mentally out of your comfort zone to do this expansion in your craft of what you've decided to do, this gift that you've been given. Some of you are still working out what that gift is, so don't worry, it's coming through, but just, you know, don't try not to just dream. If it's coming through in dreams, then, you know, bring it forward into reality, into this moment, and try grounding yourself, because I feel like some of you are very much in your heads at the moment, and this is about the root chakra, grounding yourself, clearing yourself. Don't take other people's realities on, is what they're saying. Don't take anybody else's emotions on. I feel like they're just showing me this light up ahead. This is like, you have this instinct to follow the light, but sometimes you forget that your feet need to walk on the floor as well. And so they just said, you know, you can still trip over rocks when you're looking at the light. So just make sure, ground yourself first, and then look up at the light and shine brightly. And you'll just be so much more happy. And I'm getting this moth down the bottom, and it's just like, you know, you need to open up to all possibilities, not just the one that you like the look of. Okay, gracious receptivity. Now, I'm getting a feeling that, you know, not everyone's going to appreciate what you're doing, not everyone's going to see you the same way, and I feel a little bit stubborn and a little bit of a shock that, you know, I like everyone to like me and think that what I'm doing is a good idea and a great plan. And they're just saying, you know, everyone's coming from a different place. Everyone's, you know, and you don't need their energy to affect you, and you don't need to affect their energy. And you can be gracious in your acceptance that they don't understand what you're trying to explain to them, and they don't understand where you're coming from and what you've been through, but neither do you. You don't know where they're coming from and where they're going to go, and eventually they might come through with understanding in your point of view, or they might not. But we just have to accept that not everyone will accept and like what we do, and that's just a part of how we live and us as human beings. So that's the message here. Now I'm just going to ask a little bit more what's coming through here, because there is a little bit of a confusing love connection coming through with the messages, because I feel like some of you have had new messages from past loves, and some of you are communicating with people that perhaps are draining you a little bit. There's definitely confusion around these messages and mixed signals, and definitely lessons to be learned around here. So we'll see what messages we have. See if we can clarify. Oh, here we go. So the first one we got was Ace of Pentacles, and we also got the Six of Swords. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like the person, this person does not know. They seem very willing and giving and to start with, and very, you know, very much the, you know, they knew what they wanted, and they wanted you, and it was like yes, and then I feel like they've pulled back and gone, oh no, that's not what I said, that's not quite how I meant it, and I feel like they're sort of like trying to escape and trying to take back what they said to start with. And so if this is resonating with you, I think this message is definitely part of your message. And then we have the Five of Wands. So yeah, it's just about deciding, is this connection, like, is this, I just feel like, is this connection working for you anymore? Is this communication that you're having, is it draining you, or is it something, and have you done it in the past, is what I'm getting. They're like, is this something you've repeated where you give people too many opportunities, and that you just go, oh, if they're just saying, what's your value? Are you getting your values worth? Are they valuing you and your time? You know, if they promised you something and they haven't followed through, you know, what's it going to take before you stand up for yourself? So let's see what else. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like, yeah, it's about finding balance in your relationship, and if they don't balance it out for you, and if they can't give you what you need and what you require, then that isn't, and you know, just check in with yourself is with what they're saying. And you know, I feel like some of you thought this was a soul partnership, this was going to be, and some of them may have even said to you that this is like a marriage kind of thing, like you're the kind of girl or guy I'd like to marry, and you know, I can see us growing old together and all that kind of thing, but have they really followed through with anything? Like, how long has it been? Like, there's, you know, are their actions following through with what their words have said? And then we have the Star. So this is about healing and following your intuition. So they're just saying, do you think this is a lesson for you, or do you think this is a person that is actually right for you? Like, so they're just saying, if the person has, you know, the person that has contacted you has, you know, followed through with everything they said, then yeah, what they're saying is, you know, then they are, you know, ready to marry, you know, get married and be steady and all that kind of thing, and your intuition. But you know, listen to your intuition, listen to healing yourself. What are your patterns? And like, are there any red flags you're missing, or are there green flags that you're missing, and you're just not opening up, and you're not being honest with yourself, and you're not telling the person the truth? Are you too scared to tell the person the truth? So either way, they're just saying, look at the relationship, look at yourself, and then they said, you'll know which side the coin toss they're going. So there's a cat paw with the coin, which side the coin falls on when I'm talking to you. So that resonates with you. I hope it helps. So they're just saying, you know, you've got some wonderful gifts, keep working on them, ground yourself. Not everyone's going to, you know, they're not going to resonate with everyone, your gifts, but just keep going, because you know they're right. And anyway, I hope this has helped you out. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, and if you could like and subscribe, I'd be very grateful. And hopefully I'll get to see you again soon. Thank you again, Leos.